This video is sponsored by this portable air compressor. More in a minute. Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and I'm on my way to class today. But an old friend, I fixed his car before with a pair of vice grips whenever his key core broke for the ignition. He's got a bad alternator. Supposedly, he has a new alternator. I didn't do a diagnosis. But we're gonna head over there on the way to class this morning on the bike because parking at school is terrible, and I can ride my bike all the way up to the door of my classroom and put it in the bike rack. So that works way better, but it's easy. I don't know what size wrenches there are. I haven't watched a tutorial. He's the one that said that it was pretty quick with just a few tools. So I'm just gonna take some wrenches, a pair of pliers, and a serpentine belt tool, and we'll get his alternator put on for him. So should be pretty quick. If it's interesting, you'll see this video, and let's get going. All right, so I just got here. In fact, I smelled grapes, and I'm here at a junkyard with somebody's abandoned project because this video is sponsored by Portable Air Compressor. This portable air compressor works as a power bank, has an LED flashlight, and with these two buttons here, you can make the LED flashlight brighter or dimmer. And it'll fill up the tires on your car, truck, bike, whatever, fill up a basketball for you. I'm here at the junkyard to test this theory out. Quality overall, I can tell you, drop resistance, 10 out of 10. I've dropped this a few times and you can't even tell. It feels really nice. We're gonna plug it into a random tire here in the junkyard that's probably low on air since this hasn't been driven in a while, and see if this can fill it all the way up. I charged it up all the way. This will represent a roadside scenario of having a flat tire. Will this, being the only thing I have here in the junkyard with me, will this be enough to fill up that tire and get me home? So I just got this tool hooked onto the tire there. Let's turn it on. It's got a 100% battery, and we're at 22 PSI. That's not enough. We need 61. No, I was filling up a bicycle with this. Let me tell you, I got up to 60 PSI. Here we go. All right, we've got 1 PSI so far. It's been about 30 seconds. Let's see how long it takes. It took it about 10 minutes. Got all the way up there. It's pretty warm. This overall is a great little tool. I like that it can be used as a power bank as well. I'm gonna give this to my brother who goes to college. The only con is if you're filling something up with air, it's not the quietest pump I've ever owned, but that's only one of its purposes. This flashlight works pretty good too. This looks like a tool you're interested in. Check out the link in the top of the description and the pinned comment, and check out that discount. If not, let's get back to the video. Hungry, and I was like, grapes, like, you know, wild growing grapes. I don't know if they're wild or not, sure enough. Usually there's a lot of spiders in grapes, but there's some grapes in here, so if I'm hungry, get myself a snack, but probably not. We'll get this alternator replaced real quick, and yeah, you remember this. I feel old school just carrying a set of wrenches with me. It worked out pretty well. Well, I forgot gloves. I think I brought everything else, but I meant to get gloves. And we'll see if he's right, because the alternator is right here, so that'll be pretty nice. That's the case. So he's to have diaper wipes in my bag to wash my hands, but I wish I wasn't gonna get him greasy. I think I will though. Here's our alternator. He ordered that, and here it is right here. Again, I didn't do any testing or anything on this, so no idea. Simply no idea. All I'm doing is replacing the alternator, so these are fun. Well, we'll go ahead and disconnect the battery and get this swapped out real fast, hopefully. I feel old school just carrying a set of wrenches with me, but it should be pretty straightforward. Otherwise I would have just had to do it a different day or on the weekend, but since it was pretty urgent and easy, we'll just do this before class. Okay, just get that tucked out of the way. Got a pair of pliers. Nice. All right, looks like it's got two different belts, and this one's just the AC compressor alternator and harmonic balancer. That will tension with this alternator as the tensioner. That way, got my finger already. So that's nice. The belt looks fine. He didn't say anything about needing a new belt or having one, so it doesn't even have dry rot cracks underneath it. I'll show you in a minute. We'll go ahead and pull you over here since we're about to pull this out. All right, so again, this alternator's got the just manual tensioner built into it. That's nice. Go ahead and loosen it up with the tools we got. 11. That's 12. AC line, looks like it's a little bit out of place there. It's dumb. Of course. All right, here we go. Should have brought some ratcheting wrenches at least, but I wanted to make sure I had every size just in case. Guessing that's a 15 over here. Might be able to get to it. Probably a 14. Might be able to get to it without taking that bracket there off. Let's see. This is supposed to be like one of the last hot days. It's pretty hot. That's popped loose there. Let's go ahead and take it off. Man, whoever put this on last, put these on tight. Because that one in the back is, I'm not gonna mess with it with the 12-point end anymore because it's definitely likely to cause an issue stripping that out. So I'm gonna try and just take this bolt out here, which looks like it has some old lubricant on it. That's nice. I'm pretty sure I meant Loctite. GoPro, stop recording. It's just my biggest wrench, and I've just got the box end or the open end over there, and underneath that bracket, underneath that bolt, and we'll just walk it down like that. Careful not to pinch those wires and push it right off of there. Now that I gave myself a little bit more room down there, and I could also wiggle the alternator to help work that bolt loose. I got it with those Knipex pliers there, however you want to pronounce those, and we can get it out with the open end of this box wrench, of this just standard wrench now. By standard, I mean it's a metric size, just your normal little wrench. So we'll get that off, and we'll be going back together here in just a second. Okay, now it's just a question of getting this out of here between these AC lines, trying not to bend anything more than you have to. They're a little bit flexible, but you do that enough times and they'll crack open. So just get the big one out of the way here, I think. Well, I think it comes out of there, out of the flexible section there. Let's see. And as it comes out, let's see what that does. Perfect. Okay, there's the old one. And here's our new one. Just wide enough to get into the old bracket without having to push that tab back in. I think so. Perfect. That's great. I'm not going to tighten this one on quite as tight as that last person to work on this did. I mentioned a few things were just too tight. Okay, great. Make sure that belt gets back on there before we start to tighten stuff back together. I'm gonna get stung by a bee today. Pull that up by hand, make it easier on yourself. Should have brought a ratcheting wrench. Well, I'll see you in a few minutes. This is going to take a minute. All right, well that truly did take a long time, but I got it. So we'll tighten up this tensioner again. Little quarter turns. It's just how we're gonna have to do this one with a set of wrenches. And as soon as that's tight, everything, I mean like the connector in this wire and the battery, and we're done, so. All right, got that all finished up. Finally, it's hot, but pretty much done. Okay, let's put this battery back on. No alarm, that's nice. Okay, that's the job well done. Let's start it up for him, double check, just anyways, because we're here and the keys are out here. But again, I didn't do the diagnosis. Wash my hands up and I'll take you inside and see if that battery light's on when it's driving or not. I literally don't even know how they determined it was the alternator, so it may have never been on, who knows. Well, it looks like we did get a new key core in this car. Here's the old vice grips. Don't know when that happened, so now there's a different key for the doors and a different one for the ignition. And either that one's not it, or the battery's completely dead, and it'll have to be jumped off. And I guess it's completely dead, so bummer that we can't see that, but if he needs help, I'll pass by later with the jump box. But I'm assuming over here in our apartment complex, he's got a roommate with jumper cables, or he has some, and somebody else is gonna have a car. So regardless, job well done. Thanks for watching. It's hot today, and you'll probably see this video and hopefully get some other videos out soon. Consider donating a few bucks. The link's down below. Thanks for all the support. Consider subscribing if you like the videos. I'll see you on the next episode.